I got done today. I don't even think I get any boob sweat. Hey, welcome back to the Garden Rebel channel, and today we are bumming it in the garden before the rain moves in. We're late in planting some things, but I've had a lot of people ask me in the past, when is it too wet to till? Well, let's walk through the garden real quick and I'll show you what I'm trying to bust up today to get it to dry just a little bit faster so I can plant this afternoon. And it just really depends on what equipment you're using. And with the garden tiller, you can get into some pretty wet spots relatively safely. You wouldn't want to use a tractor. As you can tell, the garden is pretty wet. We got a big rain last week. Kind of set us back some. So it's really still saturated in some parts of the garden. However, by dropping my tines about 2 inches, I can plant that. It's not tracking it up. You just got to stay out of it. Set your tiller depth accordingly. You don't want to really get real deep or it bogs down. Now the 17th of this month is going to be a great day for planting seed crops. The 17th, great day for planting seed crops. And we've done planted some things this morning. We'll walk over here in a second. I'll show you what we got so far. Now over in this area, it will be too wet to till. You can tell the difference in the mud. Well, maybe not. We'll run a light 2-inch depth over it, and hopefully that'll help it dry out some this afternoon. And we're going to plant our watermelons over here this year. And pretty much this spot right in here, we're not going to do nothing with. I'm just tilling it to keep the grass at bay. Let's walk over here to the other spot real quick. Because we have potatoes breaking ground. Yay! They've been in the ground for about a week and a half now. We're starting to see them emerge, and that's a good thing. And then later on, after I'm wore out, filthy and tired, we'll do an update on the flower beds up there. But I'm just trying to get out here and beat the heat. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's already humid. Very humid. And I've got to move bees over this evening also. I always soak my tomato plants down here at the creek before I plant them. I let them sit in the water for about 15 minutes. Then I pull them out and set them on a bank and let them drain. Those are some really small tomato plants. But those come from Quinn's Nursery in Blue Ridge, Georgia. All my tomato plants did this year in seeds. And these are a Bush Goliath tomato plants. We're going to try them out this year and see how they do in our little garden spot. I was going to do the trellises this year for the green beans. I've got to get that tin out of here. But I didn't have enough kettle panels. So we only went 20-foot rows. And about 22 foot of green beans. Like I said, Karen doesn't eat green beans, so I do not have to plant a lot. And I'll come in here the next week or so and run some stringers down for the vines to start crawling up to the fence. It's not exactly straight. Hills of squash right here. We've got a crookneck squash, zucchini, straight neck squash, bush squash, and then we got a vine traveler, which I shouldn't have planted there, but I did. Winter squash. Oh shoot, I can't think of the name of it now. I'm tired. And then over here we've got some cucumbers, some bush cucumbers, some straight eights, some bush cucumbers, and some easy sow cucumbers right there in that spot. Let me walk over here and see what we got planted. Now it's killing me. It's bothering me. I hate when I do that. My little bucket. I haven't tried those. I'm trying them this year. All natural seed coating, easy handling. Cucumber, so easy. Trying them out. Straight neck squash. Straight eights. Bush. Where in the hell is that squash? I know I got it in here. Butternut. Why could I not remember butternut? Butternut squash. Then we done 2 small rows of okra over here this year. Right there. There. We've got some ambrosia sweet corn here. And here. So we got 2 rows of ambrosia, small rows. 2 rows of okra. And then we got our leftover tomato plants from the other day. And they turned yellow because I left them in the crate too long. And I should have took a picture of those guys yesterday. They were flat. They were gone. I thought, we'll toss them in the creek and see what happens. And that's what happens. We'll come in here and trim them up, get the yellow leaves off of them, and hopefully they'll do pretty good over here. We didn't have a good spot over here last year because of the flood that come through, but you know, it's gotten real shady over the years. I'm gonna have to come in here and cut back some tree branches and thin out some trees. And hopefully this is going to be our permanent garden spot. Walk over here to the potatoes. So this year's got off to a slow start due to the fact of the weather. Cold weather set us back, then the rain set us back. As you can tell by the potato patch, we got some hard rain the other day. And I've had squirrels digging in here already. Let's walk down through here and see what our potatoes are looking like. I was over here earlier this morning. I had to come over and pick up my messes. Oh yeah, there we go. They're breaking ground. Looking good. This is the row of potatoes that had the green sand in it. So we're trying that out this year. Coming up. Looking good. Man, I'm really trying to decide on whether or not I want to till this spot up over here again. I got turnip greens coming up from last year just out of the blue. And we are trying to eradicate the chocolate mint, but it doesn't look like it's going to eradicate anytime soon. Well, let's go over here and till some more wet ground. Now remember, it depends on the weight of the equipment you're using. There's no way possible I could get a tractor over in that spot today. It would just mar up. However, with a light garden tiller, I am able, hang on, I got a fly on me. Oh, deer fly. With a light garden tiller or something of that nature, I'd be afraid to get a lawnmower in there. That's how damp it is. But with a light garden tiller, I think we can go in there, bust it up to at least 2 to 3 inches deep, turn the soil, get it exposed to the sunlight, and we're going to be good to go this afternoon. So, we'll do an update here in a second on the flower beds and Karen's little grow box, and then I'll get back to planting. Whew, break time. Let's look and see what we got. Alright, cabbage plants, tomato plants. We've actually got some small tomatoes coming up on some of our plants. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 more hills of squash and cucumbers and butternut squash. I remembered it this time, and some summer squash. Fixing to do a little watermelon patch. But right here, got some little tomatoes coming on, and that's the plants that look pretty rough. Oh, look at them straight rows. Good God, that's straight. Until they start growing. Then I got to figure out how in the world I'm going to fence all these up, because I don't have enough material to buy some. We've got our bush Goliaths planted, the little bitty ones. We put out another small row of okra, about 25 foot long. We've got some, oh, there's a corn seed sticking up. Everybody always buries their corn too deep. You only need about an inch of dirt over it. Apparently I didn't get an inch on that one. Ooh. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hills of cucumbers. And we're going to put out about 40 hills of watermelon and cantaloupe. Yeah. Never stops, never ends. And all this with a garden tiller now. Just a Troy built garden tiller. Back to work. Hang around. Here's the update on our little garage side flower bed. These tomato plants over here are brandywines, and I want to say mortgage breakers, something like that. A buddy of mine growed them for me this year. I thought they were dead. They got bit by frost pretty bad. They're coming on good. Got some little squash coming on. We're going to get that off there for its plant. The back we got zucchini and squash coming up, and a few tomato plants, and we're breaking ground with some cucumbers. So that's something to look forward to. And we still got a little bit of spot to plant here, and we're probably going to put some Indian corn. If I can keep my garden partner out of it. She kind of likes burying treats in there that she doesn't eat. Or then again, I don't know what we're going to put in there. We still got some growing season left. Now let's walk over here to the missus little flower bed. Been working on it some. Her little cabbage plants. And now these tomatoes right here came in the same flat that we planted in the garden. And look at the size difference, because these were put in the ground about 2 weeks earlier, I should say, not early. But they were put in the ground because it was dry, and we could get over here and just stick some in to see how the soil's going to do. Now, we've got some plants back there that I'm going to pull up. You can see it in the back. It's not doing anything. I'm going to pull it up and get rid of it, and we're going to replant. These tomatoes are almost ready to be tied up. They should have already been tied up. Yep. Already dropping and running. So, we'll get to that later. Alright. I got done today. I don't even think I get any boob sweat. I'm good. We got 21 hills of watermelon, 5 hills of cantaloupe, almost 25 hills of squash and zucchini of different varieties, and 10 hills of cucumbers, 2 rows of corn, 2 rows of beans, and another 20 plus tomato plants planted. So I'm good. I'm done. I'm calling it a day. Alright, hey look, if you're not a subscriber, please do so. Leave us a comment. I'll get back in touch with you on that comment as soon as possible. As you can see, I'm normally busy. But with that being said, I hope y'all have a great week. And remember, the 17th of this month is a good day for planting seed. So get out there, grab you a hoe, grab you a garden tiller, and get some seed in the ground. Whew. Hope I'll see you again back down at the garden spot. Y'all have a great week.